Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope your week is off to a fantastic start. Let's kick it off with some hair care reviews from Drunk Elephant. Before we do, however, just a little disclosure for you. These 3 products from Drunk Elephant were sent to me as PR, so for consideration, I did not pay for these items. This video isn't like sponsored or anything by Drunk Elephant. I connected with them via the Skeepers website, which is a platform that influencers can use to connect with different brands. When I saw that Drunk Elephant popped up on my page, I immediately applied to be able to review these 3 products because I've actually been quite curious about them, but haven't sprung for them myself because they're not very fragranced. In fact, I would consider these unfragranced products. They do, in fact, contain a very, very light natural fragrance. We'll talk about that here in a second, but I can't smell that fragrance at all. So yeah, a big thank you to Drunk Elephant for sending these products for consideration. All opinions are still going to be my own. The Skeepers website does not require a positive review. They require that you do an honest review of the product. So I have certainly gotten things from Skeepers in the past that I personally didn't care for and shared that, and that's okay. So at any rate, I will put a link to where you can purchase these products in the description box down below. Please feel free to check that out, and yeah, happy shopping if you choose to partake. I'm going to be approaching my review from the standpoint of someone who has naturally gray hair. If you are new here, I did not color it this way. This is just my bad genetics. I went gray very, very early on in life, and you can actually see that some of my natural color is still in the back here. So I was born a blonde, and then as I got older, it turned into kind of that like dishwater blonde. And then when I hit my mid-20s, it just started going gray. This is just a thing in my family, so I knew to kind of expect that. I fought it for a lot of years until about my mid-30s when I finally gave up and was like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna let the gray grow in, and this is what it is. I will say that my gray hair actually matches the texture of what I had before going gray. My hair is very fine, it's very thin, it's not coarse, it's not wiry, but the gray is more prone to dryness than my blonde hair ever was, even when I was just bleaching it within an inch of its life. I feel like it actually gets drier now that I'm not doing anything to my hair really in terms of, you know, color or damage. I would say the most damaging thing that I probably do to my hair is I blow dry it, but I use a really low heat setting, and I use a lot of really hydrating products in my hair. So that's a little bit about my hair type. I feel like that definitely matters when watching hair care reviews, so I just wanted to kind of plug that in here at the beginning. I do think that this particular Silkamino line would be really great for anyone with dry hair, not just those of us who have fine, thin, dry hair. I think if you have a thicker dry hair type, this line is going to be fabulous for you as well. Although they do have several different lines to choose from. I know there's a strengthening line, and I'm sure there's some kind of like bond building line as well. So, but let's go ahead and read through some of the claims of these products, and with each one, I will tell you whether I really enjoyed using the product, whether I would consider repurchasing it, whether I would even recommend it to you. So we're gonna get started with the Silkamino Conditioning Leave-In Milk. And this actually, they say this contains vanilla fruit extract, which added for its antioxidant and skin or scalp calming benefits. Vanilla fruit also gives this formula a naturally sweet scent that dissipates quickly. So I wanted to get started with the fragrance because honestly, this has been the reason that I have avoided this line, because I just personally love fragrance, right? Like I love fragrance in my hair care, my body care, even my skin care. I just don't mind it. It doesn't bother me, but I completely understand that there are a lot of people out there whose skin just simply cannot tolerate it. So I'm glad there's a lot of brands that are either fragrance free or very low fragrance containing or have natural fragrances added. so that those of you who have sensitivities can have products to use. But for me, I really do prefer fragrance. And honestly, even sticking my nose into this bottle, I don't even smell vanilla. I'm trying really hard to get a whiff. This just smells like ingredients to me. Like if you've ever smelled an unscented like body care product or hair care product, it just smells like ingredients, if you will. The natural like or the ingredients are not covered up in any kind of way, and so it just smells like almost nothing but, you know, just something at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. If you use fragrance-free stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but that's what I get from this. So in terms of the key ingredients in here, there is hydrolyzed silk, which temporarily smooths damaged hair between shampoos. So always a good thing. It's going to give you a nice smooth look to your hair. It has silkamino acids, which soften, strengthen, and give hair a healthier appearance. And there's also silk sericin in here, which smooths the hair shaft. The key benefits of this particular product are to rebuild weakened hair bonds, strengthening and protecting the hair, replenish and seal moisture for smooth, silky strands, and restore shine and manageability with frizz-free finish. They basically say that this is good for every hair type, so straight, wavy, curly, or coily, and any hair texture, fine, medium, or thick. It's a multitasking leave-in conditioner, styling milk, and heat protectant that strengthens, smooths, and moisturizes the hair while giving soft, flexible hold. Yeah, so I kind of love this stuff. I really wish there was a scent to it though. It totally takes away from the experience for me, and I'm gonna try really hard to not like harp on that, because you know, I think the main thing here is how does it work in my fine, thin, naturally gray hair? It's fabulous, you guys. It does not weigh my hair down. In fact, it makes it insanely soft and silky, and there's like a nice shine to my hair. Like I didn't put shine spray in my hair at all. And gray hair, like gray hair can absolutely be dull. I think this is why a lot of people fear gray hair, is that for most people, it's new to them, right? Like when you first get your gray hair, you're just like, oh gosh, what do I do with this? It does take some time to figure it out. Give yourself a little bit of grace and try a few different lines. It might be that you just haven't found the right product for your gray hair. So don't give up. Gray hair can be beautiful. It can be shiny. It can be healthy looking. I think you just need to find the right products for that. For me, I think this is a really wonderful leave-in that it basically helped me like comb through my hair after getting out of the shower. So I just took like a dime-sized amount. I worked it through my fingers really well, and then started sort of like in this mid-shaft area here and down, distributed most of the product there, and then also worked it through, not necessarily my scalp, but like straight up to my roots. So this is all throughout my hair. That dime-sized amount was plenty for me with this length and this amount of hair. I always joke that it's 57 strands. It's a few more than 57 strands, but yeah, like that was a good amount for me. Like this is all of my hair here. So, you know, not like a ton, but that was the perfect amount. It smoothed everything really perfectly. It definitely protected my hair while I was blow drying it. And yeah, it's lovely. The only thing I think this is missing for me personally is the fragrance, but that being said, would I actually consider repurchasing this? I think that I would, just based off of the fact that it worked incredibly well and didn't weigh my hair down. Yeah, I think I would. There are hair perfumes out there that you can purchase. I don't think that I would go that far. I certainly use other styling products that have fragrance in them. So if this one thing doesn't, it's okay. But I think this is really good. It is an 8-ounce bottle. By the way, what is the price point? I did not tell you guys that. This retails for $32 for the 8-ounce size. I think that's quite fair. Especially for someone like me who uses such a small amount. This is going to last quite some time. If you have a lot more hair or you have much longer hair, obviously you're going to go through something like that a little bit quicker. That might be a consideration for you. But for me, I feel like I'm going to have this bottle for quite some time. So I really enjoyed this. I would absolutely consider repurchasing this one. Now let's talk about the shampoo. This is the Silkamino Mega-Moisturizing Shampoo. And as soon as my phone decides to... Sorry, the internets are... They are slow at my house. Okay, so this is 8.4 fluid ounces. It retails for $27. By the way, go read up other people's reviews about these products. These are very highly reviewed. At least this particular line is very highly reviewed from Drunk Elephant. So go read up a little bit more about it. Again, this is the Silkamino Mega Moisturizing Shampoo. It is designated for straight, wavy, curly, and coily hair. So any hair type essentially can use this, any hair texture, fine, medium, thick. They say this is supposed to soften and strengthen the hair by replenishing moisture. It's great for gray hair. Gently and thoroughly washes away dirt and stale styling products as well as excess oil. I do have an oily scalp. Soothes and calms the scalp with a mild formula free from harsh surfactants and sulfates. We're going to discuss that here in a second. Our key ingredients once again are the hydrolyzed silk, the silk amino acids, and the silk sericin. We have already talked about what each of those things do. And this is also, this has that vanilla fruit fragrance, if you will. There's no fragrance to this. I don't smell it. And I love vanilla. There's no scent. Okay, so this particular shampoo, it has a very mild lather to it. Those of you that don't like shampoos that get really foamy, this has more of like a light creamy lather. I was actually afraid that it wasn't going to clean my scalp where I am the oiliest as well as it did, but you guys, it did a rock star job. It really cleaned my scalp, but very, very gently. It is definitely more, I wish that I had lather in my hands to be able to show you, because it's an interesting type of lather. It's just more of like a creamy bubbly effect versus that like really bubbly foamy effect that you get from a lot of shampoos that have the sulfates in them. I am not personally opposed to sulfates per se, but I do think that drier hair probably should stay away from them. This is going to be a very gentle shampoo. I do think that the price point is fair. By the way, all three of these products do contain maybe this one contains the marula oil. This has sunflower fatty acids. We'll talk about this one here in a second. And this one has Abyssinian oil. I thought they all contained marula oil, but I guess it's just this one right here. So I think this is a great product. Would I repurchase this one? I don't know that I necessarily would for this, only because when it comes to shampoo, I really do like fragrance in my shampoo, but this is incredibly gentle. I think it's worth a try, especially if you've been curious about the line. But I would probably be more apt to repurchase the leave-in than I would the shampoo necessarily. But it is a really great shampoo. So I think it's worth checking out. Let's go ahead and head to the last one here, which is going to be the Silkamino Mega Moisturizing Masker. All right, you guys. So this one here is supposed to rehab and repair the hair. So it's 7 ounces, retails for $30 and gets amazing reviews. It has like 4.5 stars. So lots of good feedback on this one. Again, for any hair type, any hair texture, a no buildup deep conditioning mask that strengthens, smooths, and softens dry, crunchy, or color processed hair. So listen up, ladies who are still coloring your hair. This is supposed to address a bunch of different concerns: dryness, frizz, damage, split ends, breakage, heat protection, shine, straightening. I certainly don't need any help straightening my hair. It just is this straight. Smoothing, flaky, dry scalp, and color fading. Strengthens, smooths, and dries that dry, crunchy, or color processed hair. Basically, this is just going to give you that really great hydration, right? Again, hydrolyzed silk, silk amino acids, and silk Saracen. I said it a million times now. This should be good. All right, how does she work? This is a nice thick texture for a, like, I mean, it's a really nice thick, it's between, I would say the consistency of this is between like a hair mask and a conditioner. So it's a little bit thinner than like your typical hair mask, but it's thicker than your typical conditioner. I only need a small amount of this. I would say I use just a little bit more than like a quarter size. And again, I start like mid shaft to ends and work the product mostly through there. And then also bring it up to my roots as well. Not necessarily on my scalp, but like through the roots. And then I rinse. It rinses incredibly well out of my hair. It rinses fast. I don't feel like I have to stand there for hours trying to get it all out. I think that also has to do with probably using the proper amount and not overusing it. With stuff like this, it's usually quite concentrated. I have a tendency to want to overdo it with conditioner, and I've pulled back a little bit lately, and I feel like that has actually, it's been better for me to not use as much product. It really does a better job of not weighing my hair down. And this has not weighed my hair down at all. Today, I used very minimal styling products because I just wanted you guys to be able to see mostly just what this does to my hair without a bunch of other stuff in it. So I do have just a touch of mousse in my hair from Paul Mitchell, but that's the only other styling product that I have in my hair besides the Silkamino Conditioning Leave-In Milk. All three of these products, I would definitely give them a big thumbs up. I think they would be fantastic for gray hair. Definitely worth checking out. I think the price point is pretty fair. And I think especially with something like a leave-in, shampoo and conditioner, I can see why sometimes people don't want to spend quite as much money on that. But I think with something that stays in your hair for a little bit longer, like a leave-in, it's a little bit worth splurging on that. So this is definitely something that I think is worth splurging on. If you had to choose between the three products, I would say give this one a try. I think it's really fantastic, especially if you blow dry your hair and you need that added protection from the heat styling products. So big fat thumbs up for me. I think all three were great. I appreciate being able to try them. So big thank you to Drunk Elephant for sending these out. Like I mentioned, check out the description box down below. Go read up on other people's reviews. These really are highly regarded products. So check out the information down there. If you found this video helpful, definitely give it a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.